All right, guys, so it is about 12:22 on Sunday. I don't typically work on Sunday, or I try not to work on Sunday because I just like to reserve that for family day, but everybody's got something going on today, so I don't feel so guilty about working. So I'm gonna make some coffee. And this video initially was gonna be a day in the life on a weekday, so I could show you like a real routine as far as like when I get up, like my whole routine during the day. But Sunday we'll have to do because I have so much to do today. And again, it is vlog style, so this is like my first ever vlog, which makes me super nervous because I don't typically do vlogs. But I did get a new camera. I got the Canon GX7 Mark II. I know that's a lot to say in one sentence, but it's super awesome. I did my research and I found that this was a really good camera, so that's what I have. And so the only thing that makes me anxious is that there's no mic. The mic is on the top of the camera and the quality might not be as good as I would like it to be. So there's some things that I could do, but I'm not gonna do it because it would be too much. So right now I'm making my coffee. So I guess, let me show you. So, excuse my dishes. My son's supposed to put those away, but he hasn't yet, but he will. Trust me, he will. So I use this coffee thingy right here. I'm not sure exactly the name of it, but I use that. And so I'm gonna grab my coffee. Typically I do the Dunkin' Donuts coffee. And so I keep that under my sink here. So what you do basically, you fill this bottom reservoir up with water. So there's water in there. Then you pour your coffee in the top here, and then you put this little piece right here on the top. And then you screw the actual top on top. So I want to make some coffee because I know today's going to be a long day. I know I have a lot to do today. A lot to do as far as my orders are concerned, because I'm just showing you a day in the life of like a shop owner. And so, yeah, I let things get a little bit behind according to my standards. So I need to get ahead. And, ooh, excuse me. Ooh, again. That's not supposed to be the case. I'm a little messy this morning, but no worries. And normally my husband will help me, especially if it's on a weekend when I work, but he had to go to the hospital to visit some family, so he's not here to help me, but I'm sure when he gets home he'll help me. So I'm gonna set this up. I do have this on a little tripod thingy, so we'll see how that works out, y'all. This is gonna be interesting because again, it's just such a new experience for me to be vlogging. So I'm gonna rinse the outside of this off because it's all messy. And then I'm ready to go. Of course, I gotta wipe that counter down. All right, so I'm just going to put it on the stove here, start it, and then we're off. So I'm also, guys, going to be making breakfast because my son is here with his friend and they're gonna get hungry, and it is Sunday, so I thought I would probably make some breakfast as well. So this is not like a real true day in the life. It is when it comes to like when I sit down and start working, you get to kind of see like what I do during the day. But it's not typically how my day would go. So, but anyways, I just want to give you a glimpse. Maybe one day I will do a real day in the life, like on a weekday. And I mean, I think it's pretty much the same thing. So done with the coffee. So I'm gonna make some sausage and eggs for breakfast. I keep forgetting to look at the camera. I'm looking at the screen, which is right on top of the camera. Say good morning.
Good morning.
You have my watch, and actually it's not technically morning, it's technically afternoon. Yes.
What is the number of your watch?
Well, you're not even supposed to have that on, girl.
I was saying what's your number.
I think that's it.
It's your watch, you know.
I know it's my watch, girl. There it goes. Okay, so I have some sausage in my messy fridge, and I've got some eggs right here. So I'm gonna grab some eggs and sausage, and I've got some cheese. I try to keep that on hand because kids love breakfast, and I might make some pancakes too. I'm pretty sure I have some pancake mix in here somewhere. So that's what we're doing. So I'm gonna make breakfast really quick, and then we're gonna go into my office. Okay, so my coffee is boiling, as you can see. Let me just take a quick peek in there. You see it coming up through there? I love this thing. It's for single cups of coffee. My husband got me into it, and so now I use it all the time. That's mine. He got his own because I just wanted to get my own. And so as soon as that's done, I got the sausage over there cooking, and then I'm gonna make the eggs, and then I get to go into my office and work. And then of course I'm gonna put a movie on for Addison because she asked if she could watch Black Panther. So I'm gonna put Black Panther on for her, and then I'm all set. No, I didn't know what time it is. Well, yeah, it's 12:34. Are you asking what time is it? It's 12:34. Okay, so I'm ready to pour my coffee. And I've got this cute little mug here that says, "Hello, Princess." Or no, not "Hello, Princess." "Hello, Gorgeous." It's 12:35. I told you that. You had to ask Alexa when I told you what time it was. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab a glove so I can pour this coffee. And y'all, I like burnt sausage. As you can see, some of the sausage, those are mine. Because I love burnt sausage. And it's not really burnt, not to me. Okay, so coffee. Smells so good. All right, that's done. Set it on the side, and then I need to add my sugar. But let me do a quick flip of these sausage again because I feel like some of them might be getting too burnt. Okay, and then I keep my sugar over here, so I'm just gonna grab my cup and put a little sugar in there, and cream, of course. Yeah, these sausages are on fire. I'm not sure why they're not cooking even. So I don't drink coffee every day, guys, but sometimes when I know I have a long day ahead of me, then I like to have a cup of coffee because I feel like I need it. Because when I've got like a lot of to-dos to tackle, I definitely need a little energy, a little more energy than usual. So today is definitely one of those days. Because I have like 60 orders, I think, sitting in my queue. Not items, orders, which means an order can have like 20 items. And so I want to clear my queue if I can. It's going to be tricky, but I want to try to at least clear my queue. All right, eggs are going in next. What happened? I'm making breakfast.
Crunchy.
Too crunchy.
Yeah, it ruined my whole teeth.
Ooh, that's not good. It ruined your whole teeth?
Yeah.
Not half your teeth, but your whole teeth?
Yeah. But they're still here. But they hurt my teeth and couldn't even.
Okay, well now.
Oh, look, that's so bendy.
So bendy. Now you put it back in the refrigerator, it's still going to be crunchy. It might even be more crunchy. I got some cheese. It closes. Bam. Ba-bam. Your favorite cheese. You love cheese.
I'm gonna eat it.
Can you open it for mommy? Okay. And y'all, I also want to tackle some cleaning today, but that might be a little overzealous. Because if I'm trying to clear my queue, I don't think I can do it all. Sometimes I think I can do it all in my head, but
Look.
I can't. Thank you. Oh, yo, I make really good eggs, by the way. Don't I, Addison?
Yeah.
So I'm just spraying some Pam in the skillet so the eggs won't stick. And then I'm gonna go ahead and pour the eggs in.
You're the best cooker ever.
I'm the best cooker ever?
Uh-huh.
Whoa.
You love sausages.
And you love sausages too, right? Okay.
And cheese. And cheese. I love cheese.
You love cheese too?
I'm eating the cheese.
Eggs are in, sausage is done.
I am eating the cheese.
Don't eat all the cheese though, because I gotta be able to put the cheese in the eggs.
Can you eat all of it?
Normally I like to use the little scraper spatula, but I can't find it.
Oh, the spatula that you scrape.
Yeah. I can't find it. I don't know where it is, Addison.
Oh, I think I found it. Yes?
No, that's not it, baby.
Oh, it has some.
Your stuff is ready.
Oh, what's this?
In the microwave, your stuff is ready. All right, so the key is not over stirring. That's my secret. So I'll let it cook for a little bit, then I get some off of the edges and stuff. And then I let it sit and build up again. And then I do the same thing. That's how I do it. I'm gonna eat that sausage, y'all. So good. It's not burnt. Okay, so good. And y'all, I love my food super hot. My food has to literally almost burn my mouth. I know it's weird, but they keep calling me weird, but that's just the way I like it. I like it super hot, so. All right, y'all, this vlogging life, y'all literally hold the camera for that long. I gotta get used to it. Definitely gotta get used to it. All right, so eggs have built up a little bit more. We don't want to let them sit too long because we typically don't want it to even build up that much to where it should come off the bottom smoother than that. So I'm gonna turn the heat down because I might have the heat up too high. Because if you do it right, you won't have like a really super hard pot to clean. And I'm all about that too. So now we can stir it a little bit more. And I like to turn the fire off while they're still a little juicy and moist, because they're gonna get cooked all the way through by just the heat of the pan, even when it's not on. So I'm gonna add my cheese now. Not too much cheese, just a little bit. And it'll get heated up from just the pan being hot. So I'm gonna fold those in. Hey, Addison, can you go tell the boys to come eat? All right, they're done. Jalen's here too. Can you go tell the boys to come eat? So it's done. All right. So breakfast is done for the day. So now I'm going to set it out for the boys. I don't fix people's plates unless it's Addison or my husband. And so the boys can dig in. And then I'm ready to work. I got my coffee. And I'm ready to go at it for the day and see how much I can get accomplished. So I'll see y'all in my office. All right, y'all, so it is actually 1:17. You guys know I started breakfast around 12 something, and now it's 1:17, which is an hour later, so I'm just not getting started, y'all. So I turned my TV on. Like to have my TV on in the background, and I've got my water here because I like to have water nearby, and then there's my coffee, which I haven't started drinking yet because, again, the kids come first. They needed some things, breakfast and all that stuff, so I had to get that done. So now I don't feel as guilty about working on a Sunday. So that's what we're doing. So trying to figure out where I want to start. Typically what I do is I see what I have to do for the day. So I've got my computer here and I look up orders. Yes, Malachi.
Can I buy your mic?
My mic? No. Why?
Cause I need it. If I have an adapter piece, it does, right?
You could try it. Bring it back to me.
I promise I will.
Okay, so I'm gonna look up and see what orders I have to do. Sorry, y'all. Mommy duty. So let's see. And this is not gonna be like any YouTube things or anything like that having to do with like YouTube. It's only gonna be like my shop stuff. And I have 3 shops. I have a party shop, which is called the Party Girl Studio. And then I also have a sticker shop, which is mainly what we're gonna be working on today. And then I have a digital shop, which I don't have to do anything with, but just design new things if I choose to. So let me turn the TV down, y'all. Cause that's kind of loud. And I'm watching the Food Network, by the way. I rotate between the Food Network, also judge shows I love, and then I also love HGTV, and then I love Investigation Discovery. So that's what you'll find on my TV. So we're gonna go in. I have a spreadsheet which I created to help me to manage my orders. Hopefully you guys can see that very well. And so within my spreadsheet, what I do is I go into my shop, which is there. I don't know why my internet is taking forever. Change it to 2G. Okay, so there's my spreadsheet. And so on my spreadsheet, y'all, what is going on? I put these categories at the top. Y'all, I'm having some issues. Okay, so date, order, name, items, item order, quantity, paper type, cut, yes or no. So that just means, is it cut? Is it, do I already have it and I don't need to cut it? Because I always check and make sure in my corner here, I check to see what I have cut already. And if I already have it cut, then I don't need to cut it again. And I can mark it off here, and that saves me some time. So everything goes by this spreadsheet. I have one tab for my sticker shop. This tab is for my party shop, and then I try to start making inventory of what I had back there, but then I got a little bit overwhelmed by it, and I said, we're not doing that. That's too much. So this is the main tab that I'm going to be staying in, which again is my Little Miss Fancy Plan shop. And so what I typically do is I'll go in and I'll filter it, and I'll clear out the yeses I don't want to see, or I did that wrong. I only want to see the blanks because I want to see what I actually need to cut. And then I'll go and I'll sort by item A to Z. So that way I get all of the items that are lumped together. And so I can cut it, all at once. It just makes the workflow better. And so I don't necessarily need to log into my shop today because I work off of the spreadsheet. There probably are several new orders that I need to add to the spreadsheet, but I'm not going to do that because I can save those for the next batch, because I do it in batches sometimes too. So I want to get all these done, and then I can add to it with the next batch of things, because I don't think it might be maybe about 10 orders. And so I can get all this done first. It's less overwhelming, and then I can add the new orders in there, and I think that would be easier. So now that we know what we need to do today, then I want to go ahead and start cutting basically. And so I see here that I need 1, 2 Apple Watch trackers mini, and I like to cut things in even numbers. And so if someone ordered 2 of something, I'll cut 4, or I'll print and cut 4, because I just feel like I'm gonna need it anyways. And so I'd rather have it already cut and always be cutting extra, because it's gonna get used at some point. And then I'll just put it here, back here in my corner, where I keep all of my sticker sheets. And so that way, if I need to pull something, I can already have it, and I may not necessarily need to cut it. So I don't do any cutting over here, any printing over here. This is just like my workstation, so I can see what I need to do during the day. All of my designing and cutting is done over there. So let's move over there. And I don't typically take my chair. I leave my chair here, and I just sit in my chair that I already have over there. So I'm gonna bring my coffee, and I have a little pull-out seat right here. And so we're gonna go ahead and just get started with cutting and printing. Now I did get a new printer recently back there. That's why I have 2 printers here. This is my main printer, and I thought this printer was gonna be better. It's a photo printer, but it's not, because it only prints 200 sheets. And my regular printer prints 12 or 1500 sheets. The ink is a little bit more expensive for my big one, which is probably about maybe about $20 more than this one, but as you can see, it prints a lot more, so this one is more practical. And so I found a ink shop on eBay which sells ink for a little bit cheaper, and so it makes more sense to just keep my old one. So I'm going to send the other one back to Amazon, but I still have it here because I just want to do a couple more prints on it, and then it'll be going back tomorrow. So just wanted to explain that to you. You guys know I have my silhouette machines here and over there. I don't really use those unless my husband's here cutting and I want to use my laptop to cut. Yes, boys.
May I?
May you what?
Use your
Why? What do you need it for? Tell me what you need it for.
I remember how I did that video and I plugged it into my phone. That's basically on. And then.
Well, this is not gonna be a normal thing.
I know, just one. We're just dropping up one thing.
Because I gave him one. The same one that he's asking me for, I gave you one. No, it wasn't. I gave you one so that I could use mine in peace without you asking for it. Oh my goodness. All right, y'all. So let me I'm just gonna put my password in. Y'all, this is just so awkward holding my hand out like this, but I'll get used to it. And if my arm doesn't get tired before that. And I think I'm gonna come from this angle because my window's right there. See that lighting difference? So I'm gonna come from this side. I'll just have to type left-handed. Okay, we're in. Ooh, that's not gonna work. All right, so I'm just opening up Silhouette software. This is what I use to design everything and print and cut. So this is a project that I did from a friend of mine, for a friend of mine. She wanted some cupcake toppers. So I don't need to save it because I don't need it again. And then I can close all of this stuff. Don't save because I'm not sure if there were any changes made, because when I create something, I always pull the sheet to the center of the page. And so that way everything is uniform, and when I get ready to print it and I cut it, I can stack each sheet on top of each other even if it's not the same exact design. So I always make everything is pretty much the same size, and I always center it to the middle. And I don't want to save it just in case my husband came in and he made some changes. Okay, so I'm gonna open up, and then I also have a spreadsheet here so I can open up the orders over here too. So this is what I need first: Apple Watch Trackers Mini. And I have everything organized in all of my folders. That works for me. All right, so it's opening the design. What's wrong? You wish you could go to school.
Yeah. Wait, where's my Hello?
But it's Sunday.
But where's my Hello Kitty bag and where's all my toys?
You probably left it in the truck.
I think I probably left that thing in this house.
No, you didn't. I took it. But I think it's in the truck, and Daddy has the truck, so you'll have to wait till he gets home.
Okay.
I thought you were watching TV.
I was watching TV. I wasn't hanging out with you.
Oh, no, I got stuck for some reason. So if that ever happens, I just forced to quit, and then I reopen it. Sometimes that happens, y'all. That's the only thing with the Silhouette software. Sometimes it is like, it has so many glitches, and it crashes so many times. It's a little bit frustrating.
Mine's having more fun. That's what mine said on the TV. Mine's having more fun.
He says Ryan's Toys Review more fun.
Mine's toys review more fun. My second say mine's having more fun.
No, he doesn't. He says Ryan's Toys Review more fun.
No, he says mine's having more fun. It's not true. You don't know either. Mine's having more fun. That's what he said.
Okay.
Mine's having more fun. Mine's having more fun.
All right, I got it to open. So now I'm gonna go back and open that file that I just had opened.
Mama, look.
All right. The file is open. So now remember I told you all the files I put in the center of the page. So if I come over here and I just want to make sure it's in the center of the page, and so I can just go ahead and hit print, and the order spreadsheet called for 2 of these that I need, so I'm going to print 4. And so it's going to take some time to work itself out. And so while it's working itself out, I'm going to grab some mats. So I keep my mats in my drawer right here.
I wanted to do my video right here.
And I'm going to grab 4 of them. And y'all, I don't typically keep my ring on while I am working. My ring stays here because I need to be able to just work, okay? And sometimes my ring gets in the way. So I get some people from time to time that ask me, where's your ring? Why are you not wearing your ring? I didn't think you were married. And so that's why, because I just like to just work freely. Okay, so it is printing. And so while it is printing, because it takes a little while to print, I'm gonna go ahead and print the next thing out. So if I look back on the spreadsheet, and I can mark these off as cut. So I can go here, hit yes, hit yes. And actually those are these are something else. I'm gonna go to, and a lot of times I try to print out stuff that has a lot of it. Like this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them, so I would print 6. So I try to do like the bigger bulky things first, because that's gonna knock my list down and it's gonna just make me feel good. So I don't necessarily always start at the top. So let's do this really quick. The divider tab, Marble Dreams. And then I'm also going to go check, because I know I print some of those. And I talked to you guys on Instagram about this system and how it's not really working for me. So I am actively exploring ideas on this cubby here. So this is where I keep my new stuff in that little cubby until I can figure out how to organize it. So I know I printed some Marble Dreams divider covers. So that's 3. And I need to also make sure of if they're glossy or not, because again, that spreadsheet tells me if someone ordered a glossy or matte. So I've got 3 of those, y'all. So let me just quickly see what they ordered in the spreadsheet. Looks like they all wanted matte. And I think, if I'm correct, these are all glossy. Yeah, I think these are all glossy. So I'm gonna have to print them anyways, but I just wanted to show you that, you know, for the new stuff, I haven't quite organized it yet, so I really do need to organize it. So sometimes I still gotta go check to see if I need to cut it or not. So I'm gonna go ahead and print those out, just to keep that going, keep the printing going. So again, that is the Marble Dreams. So I'm gonna mark them off really quick. All right, so that's 3, 5. And remember I told you I print in even numbers, so I would actually print 6. And the reason why I do that is because I have 4 machines. I have an even number of machines, and I like them all to be, I don't know, I just like it in even numbers. Especially, it works really well if someone ordered 3 of something, then I'll go ahead and print 4 of them. And I have 4 machines, and so that I'll have 4 machines working at once and not one sitting idle. And I don't know, it just works out better that way. So let me open up the Marble Dreams. Okay, so it's not on here, and the reason why is because I do some designing in my bed on my laptop, and it gets saved on my jump drive here. And so what I'll need to do is pull my jump drive from over here, connect it to that computer, and transfer those files. So that way I have them over there. All right, so I've got it here, and I'm just gonna connect it back here. Okay, so now I can go ahead and cut these. Grab the paper off of the printer, and I've got my mats right here. And so I'm gonna put it on the mats really quick. Okay, now I need to load them into the Silhouette machine. Okay, so now I can press start on here, send to Silhouette, and then go down here at the bottom and just press start on each machine. I make sure that the settings are right because I was cutting those cake toppers or cupcake toppers, so I need to switch this back to sticker paper white. Blaze should be good. But let me just double check, y'all, because I have a feeling that it might not be. Yep, and it's not. So I'll need to change. Can y'all see that? Why is it not zooming in, y'all? Yeah, there we go. I think, y'all, I don't know. Yes! Not today. So I set my blade on 2 because that just works the best. Okay, that one, it looks like it's on 2. And then this one maybe on, nope, that one's on 10. So normally I wouldn't have to check this, but I only have to check it now because I knew I had cut those cupcake toppers. And that I cut them on a different level on the blade. So, otherwise, I think I'm good. Yep, all right, so now we're ready to hit start. All right, so I can take them off now. All right, so I'm ready to print the next batch. I had to transfer some files from that jump drive onto this computer, so I'm good. So I can go ahead and print the Marble Dreams divider tabs. And I said I needed 5 of them, but I'm gonna print 6, and as you can see, there are 4 per page. So literally just need to print 2 pages and that will give me 8. All right, so what I like to do is keep the printing going because the printing is what takes the longest. As you can see, it is working and it takes a little bit longer than I would like it to take. And so I like to just keep the printing going so that way I can have a whole stack of stuff printed out, and then next I'm just running them through the Silhouette machines. And so, so that's done. So now I can move on to the next file. I've got to keep it open because remember I got to cut it. So we're going to go back to the spreadsheet. And I've already got those marked off. So let's do the Brushy Strokes Faith Kit. I need 3 of those. And they are 3 pages each. And they want it in matte. So let's mark those off and then let's open it up. So this is basically how my day goes, y'all. I just open, look at the spreadsheet, then I open up the item that needs to be cut, and then I print it, and then I cut it, and then I run it through my Silhouette machine. And then once I do all of that, first let me print this really quick before I forget. And while I'm talking, it can be printing. So we're going to Faith Planning Classic and then Brushy Strokes. Open it up and it's gonna give me the whole entire file. And while we're doing that, stuff is printing back there. And depending on the file size, it takes a little bit longer to open. At least that's what I've experienced. So as you can see, it's 3 pages plus a freebie. I already have a lot of these printed out. So I don't need to print any more freebies. I just need to print all 3 of these pages. So I'm gonna open the Marble Dreams while I'm at it because for some reason I don't have the background. You probably don't understand what I'm talking about. I need to grab something out of a different file that is missing from this file. Plus I think I probably need some Marble Dreams anyways. And so that's what I'm doing. And that is done printing back there. So I need to grab that off of the printer and put it on the Silhouette cutting machine. So that's the next step in the process. So I just want to talk you through a little bit of that. And so now I'm just gonna go ahead and show you, show you everything in action as opposed to talking you through it, because then I'm not gonna get anything done and I need to get some stuff done. But I just wanted you to see my whole thought process behind certain things. So I was missing that page, this page from the file for some reason. And so, let me center that. All right, so now I'm gonna have to bring each file in.
Mama,
Yeah, baby.
see cotton candy I had.
You don't have any more cotton candy. Plus, it's too early to be eating cotton candy, girl.
think have a little cotton candy.
You don't have any cotton candy, and even if you did have cotton candy, I would say no, because it's too early to be eating candy like that. Okay, but I still love you.
Did you want to drink this coffee or not? Why did you drink so?
So remember I said that I needed 3 of these sets of the brushy strokes, so I'm going to print 3 of each page. Alright, so now I'm just going to work, y'all, okay? I just wanted to again talk you through the process of some of this stuff, so that way you would know how it all works out. And remember, I did print 2 pages. And another thing I have to remember is to put sticker paper in. So that is definitely not sticker paper. That is regular printer paper. So I need to grab my sticker paper and put that in. What's wrong? Got a lot of it in here. This is my other printer. So I'm gonna have to reprint that page that I just printed. Here, what's wrong? Can you hold this for me? There you go. Alright, so once that page prints, then I'm going to go back and reprint the other page. Okay, so there's a few checks and balances that you got to do to make sure that everything is ready to go. And I should have known better than that. But what happens is I print my labels and everything off of one printer, which is typically this one, because again, this one's going back. And so because of that, I have to remember to take the regular printer paper out, put the sticker paper in, and vice versa based on what I'm doing. So no harm, no foul. Just waste a little bit of ink, that's it, which I hate doing, by the way. Why do I look so orange? Y'all, still trying to figure this out. So anyways, so like I said, I'm just gonna work now. You guys have seen the process of what I do, and so once I get done doing all of my cutting and everything, then I'll come back and I'll show you like how I pack orders up and all that stuff. Okay, so once I get done cutting everything, I have some stuff still on the machine, then I have to actually trim around the edges. So as you can see, everything is cut in terms of each of the little icons, but there's a border around it that still needs to be cut. And so I have to get my slicer out. This is my shipping cart. And within my shipping cart, I've got a slicer right here. So I pull that out, set it up, and grab the pages, and then I've got to slice around the border of them so that way they fit inside of the Happy Planner. So normally I do it in 4, and I just double check just to make sure that everything is facing the correct direction, and then I line it up. And then I run it across a couple of times just to make sure I don't have any frays. And then I do that for each side. And normally I have a whole stack of these depending on how much I have to cut. And then so I'm just sitting here after I've printed and cut everything on the silhouette, and then I'll just sit here, watch a little TV, and trim around the edges. Or my husband will do it. He's really good about that, helping me out with that, because I think he finds it therapeutic. Okay, so this is a whole stack of stuff which I have here that has already been cut. So these are all orders, and so all I have to do, I like to sort everything out on my desk so I can see what's what. And then these are the bigger sheets. I have a oops order. And then these are all of the regular size sheets. As you can see, there's lots of stuff here. So I like to put them each direction, so that way when I'm going through, I can see it easier. I literally just go one side to see what I'm looking for. And in this particular case, I did pull them all from my corner back there. But I was telling my husband, I kind of like going back there pulling it because I know where everything is and it's all organized in a way that's easy for me to know where to pick stuff up. And sometimes I feel like this takes a long time. But this is like accurate in terms of someone's ordered these items, whereas back there in the corner, you're literally just pulling and pulling and pulling. So I guess it just depends on the preference on that day. And so this is not all the orders though, this is just what's been cut so far. And then these are my bigger sheets, and then these are my individually packed headers, and with these I put them in, each one goes in an individual bag. The same with my tabs, and the same with my my day of the weeks. I put them in each individual bag, and then my kits. So that's my kits. So these sheets actually go, all of my bags are on my carts. This is a small bag, and then I have my cards, my thank you stickers, and then on the bottom here I've got all of my bigger bags, not my biggest bags, but the bags that I typically use. So I keep them here because I use mostly these, and so they're this size. So I've got several different sizes. I also have the bigger bags, which are back here for my bigger sheets. So this cart is awesome because it has everything I need. I just roll it in and out, and so everything is just basically cutting and then stacking things here that need to be cut like this, and then stacking them here when they are ready to go and to be packaged up. So I've got my envelopes right here. I love the rose gold envelopes. I keep my sticker paper back here, and then I also keep more shipping envelopes down here, and then I have more in some of those boxes. So basically the process right now is just cutting, printing, cutting, and then packing up orders, y'all. So that's how my day goes. And then I put them in this cute little basket, which is rose gold, by the way. And how I don't really make post office runs, y'all. I have to be honest with you. Typically what I do is schedule a pickup. My mailman already knows me. Sometimes I think he secretly hates me. But he already knows that I run a business, and so I schedule a pickup through the USPS app, and then he'll come to the door and he'll pick everything up for me. He's awesome. I love him to death. And so I try to have everything ready for him, so that way he doesn't have to do too much, because it is a lot. And I only run to the post office if I miss the mailman, or if I've got just so much bigger packages and just a lot of stuff going on, then I'll run to the post office and drop it off. And I just literally, I already got all my labels and everything on, so all I literally do is just drop them on the counter, and I love it. And so that is what I do during the day, y'all. And so I'm just gonna finish doing some more printing, cutting, and then packaging up. I'll show you guys a little bit of how I package things up. Nothing too much to it. So what I do is I have the order form. I print out the order form for each order. So I don't want to show you a person's name, but I typically have, let me make sure I cover up this person's name. So I typically have the order form, and on the order form it tells me everything that the person ordered, and then I have the label here, which I adhere to the outside of the envelope, and I stick them in here, which I showed you guys earlier. And so all of the orders will be with the order form and the label, and a lot of times I'll go ahead and put the label on the outside of the package, and then I'll put the order form in front of it, and I just stack it in here. And then when I get ready to actually package everything up, I'll roll this over, grab all of the sticker sheets, everything is in here, and then I pick an envelope, I grab sticker sheets, and I go ahead and assemble the order, and then I put everything in the envelope and I put it in the back. And so all of the orders that aren't done are in the front, and all the ones that are done are in the back. And so the idea, of course, is to have this whole thing completed and stacked with completed packages already ready to go for the mailman. Pick this up, take it to the door when he comes, or I run it to the post office. I know eventually I will need a USPS tote bin. I haven't had a chance to go and ask how to get one of those. And so for now, I don't have one. But I do eventually want to get one, because I just feel like it would make my life a lot easier having that thing and just running it into the post office or sitting it outside on the porch for the mailman. So that's what I do. And so let me show you a sample order and how I would package it up. So this order that I just showed you, this has, grab a shipping envelope. She ordered washi roll glitter icons and sticker book labels. And so that's Addison screaming in the background, just FYI. I don't want you to see that person's name for confidentiality reasons, of course. And so let me grab all my sticker sheets. And I might have to run to the organizer back there if it's not here, but hopefully it'll be here. And so I just go through it like this. And I'm looking for the glitter washi strips and the sticker sheets. Okay, there's the glitter washi sheets. So I grabbed one of those out, and then she needs the sticker sheet. She ordered the older version, not the new version. So I know I've got one of those in here. Alright, there we go. I don't know what that is doing in here. And there's a kid in here. And I just saw it, I thought. I think these are oops stickers, but I need them obviously because I have them in here for a reason. And I just saw it, y'all. Oh, here they go. So this is the older version right here. So these are the 2 items that she ordered. And so let me look at her order and see if she ordered them punched or unpunched. And she ordered them punched, both sheets punched. So let me grab my punch. Line it up. Okay, so now they're ready to go. Grab an envelope or a cello. Slide it in here. And then I need a sticker from down here and a card and a freebie. So I might need to cut more freebies because I only have a couple more of the other freebies. So I put the freebie in here, and then I take her invoice, fold it like that. Take the freebie, put it right here, and then the thank you sticker goes there, and then I slide that into the cello, and I'm done. Pull the backing off, close it up, stick it in the envelope, close the envelope, and then put the label on the outside, and her order is done. So that's what I'm doing all day, y'all. All right, and then again, I put it in the back because it's done, and I want to work my way forward. So that's it, guys. That is how my day typically goes. So now I'm going to be just doing that same process with the remaining orders. So I just wanted to give you guys a glimpse into my day and my life and what I do during the day. I love what I do. Doesn't feel like work. I totally feel like I have the best life ever. And so I get to be home with my son who is homeschooled, and I get to pick Addison up, be there for her. So I would take a break around like 2:15 because she gets done with preschool at 2:30, so that way I can go pick her up. My husband works from home a lot now, and so he's up in his office a lot, and so I get to be here with him. So I just feel like I have the best life ever. And so that's typically how I run my sticker shop. Sometimes it's a lot, guys, and so I feel like I'm not always doing the best job possible because I have so much going on, but I'm doing the best I can do. So all I can do is the best I can do, but I really enjoy it, guys. Designing, again, I design back there, and then this is kind of where I'm overseeing things. And if my husband's here, he's sitting back there, he's printing and cutting, which he just went to go take the boys to the gym, and then he's gonna come back and help me. And so he'll be back there printing and cutting, and I'll be over here. Sometimes I'll take my laptop here. That is where these silhouette machines come into play. There's a separate cord back there. I'll take my laptop over there so I can help him print and cut, and we're just working it out, y'all. So we're a great duo, and so that's how I run my day, and I love it. And so I do also have a block schedule, which you guys already know. So I try to adhere as close as I can to the block schedule, y'all. And so on my block schedule, let me just show you really quick, is that once I go get Addison, I'm supposed to be on to the next thing. So I'm not supposed to be doing anything else with orders. Doesn't always happen that way. But after school, this is the stuff I'm supposed to be doing. So I'm really supposed to be doing all work prior to 3 o'clock. And I try my best to do that, y'all, but sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. And remember, I'm also doing YouTube. So typically I'm filming and editing and uploading and all that stuff, in addition to running my sticker shops, my sticker shop and my other shops. But I try to really devote my time after 3 to the kids. But again, sometimes it does bleed over. But I like having the block schedule because at least it gives me a starting point, and it gives me, you know, a routine, and I think that's important. So all I'm gonna be doing right now is just finishing up the orders. And remember, I do have my spreadsheet here, and once I'm printing something out, then I'm always going into the spreadsheet and I'm marking it off so that way I know it's cut and I know what the next thing is that I need to cut. So that's it, guys. This is what I do during the day. I'm going to be doing a full day in the life video where I show you, like, from start to finish what I do during the day. Not just all my sticker shops, because again, this video was just really to show you what I do and how I run my sticker shops. I also, or my sticker shop, why do I keep saying sticker shops? I only have one sticker shop. And then I also am answering emails, dealing with customer service issues and things like that during the day. And I typically try to do that at the end because I can get sucked in very easily. And next thing you know, all the time has been gone by and I haven't done anything yet. So I try to do like my emails and answering those questions, direct messages from Instagram at the end of the workday. So a little bit before 3, and any issues, I push it to the next day unless it's something really urgent, because I still got a little bit of time before I can get to the mail or the post office if I need to, because the cutoff time for me is 5:30. So as long as I get the packages there before that time, they'll go out that day. So that's typically what I do. I answer all of the messages and everything at the end. Otherwise, I'm sitting here just going back and forth, and it takes up a lot of energy. So I try to do that at the end, and it just works for me. So right now what I'm doing, again, this is the stack of stickers that are done, and I'm gonna print and cut more. I've got some to take off of the machine, and then I'm gonna be sitting over here packaging everything up. And when my husband gets here, I'm gonna work off of those machines and just multitask. That's my day, y'all. And he's calling right now. My husband's calling right now. Let me see what he wants. Hey, babe.
Hey, I'm getting some Panda Express. Do you want to add anything?
You can bring me some veggie spring rolls. Addison, are you hungry? Maybe some lo mein for her.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And a little small thing of fried rice.
All right.
Yeah. Thanks, babe.
All right.
Bye. Okay, y'all. Remember, again, it's Sunday, so he's so kind to pick lunch up for us. So again, we work very well together. He knows how I like things done, and he's just a great asset to have here to work with me. So I can keep rambling on and on, but I got a lot to do this Sunday, and I don't really feel like I've kind of gotten started because I'm walking you through this process. So hopefully it's been eye-opening to show you guys what I do during the day, because I know a lot of you ask me how I run things and what's worked for me and tips and tricks on starting a sticker shop, and so hopefully that's been a little bit helpful. And again, I'll do another full day in the life video where I'll show you like me waking up in the morning, how I get Addison out the door, how I get my day started. I'll do that on a separate video, which hopefully will give you more insight into my life, because again, this whole vlogging thing is so new to me, but I'm excited about it. It's just very tricky holding my hand like that, but I'll figure out some tips and tricks. I do watch a lot of YouTube videos, so I'm sure I'll get the hang of things. So hopefully you guys like these vlog videos. Make sure to comment below and let me know if you want more. Is this something that you want to see on my channel? Is it like, no, stick with the edited videos? Well, I will edit this video, but stick with that camera. No more vlogs, please. And I'm not sure if I will not do it, but if enough of you don't really see the value in it and you don't like that on my channel, then I'll consider it, because you guys are the one watching it. And so if it's not something that you want to see, then I won't waste my time doing it. Maybe in the future, or maybe I'll create a separate vlog channel. I don't know, y'all, but I'm willing to try this out just to see. I have always really enjoyed watching people's vlog videos. I just never thought I could do it. So this is just exciting. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below about anything that I do during the day. You guys know I will answer those questions for you. I know I look a hot mess today, but you know what? That's what vloggers do. They don't get all dolled up all the time to do a video, and so you get what you get, okay? So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. You got a little bit of inspiration out of it. You saw my day-to-day in terms of my business stuff, in terms of how I run my shops, and you enjoyed it. You'll give me a thumbs up. You will also consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks so much for joining me on this video. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you guys will catch me on the next video, in which case I'll see you then.